This is episode number 28 of the John Sawyer Show, right here on Strong Island TV. If you are listening to us on the TuneIn Radio app, we thank you. If you are watching us on Facebook Live, we thank you. If you don't have a TuneIn Radio app but wish to get it, you can do so by going to the App Store or Google Play, downloading the app for free. Search Strong Island Radio in the search engine, and as long as you have us marked down as your favorites, you can listen to us on the go every single week. Before I continue, I'd like to mention that phone lines are open tonight. You can give us a call at 516-945-9099. We also have Skype. If you wish to have your face shown on the broadcast and join in the discussion with us too, you can do so by Skyping StrongIsland.com on the Skype app or to Skype the call-in number, which is once again 516-945-9099. I am your host, John Sawyer, alongside, was it J-Bone now?
You can call me J-Bone, I guess, yeah, if you want to.
Before the show started, he was telling me about his old nickname, J-Bone. And the story behind it's quite hysterical. Why don't you tell him?
Well,
So tell him what you want to sell him.
Well, I guess before I give my shout out to my Colorado boys, I'll tell my story. So when I was younger, let's just say I used to get a boner on command. And, I don't like to brag to the women, but I had a pretty big one. So I used to balance water bottles on it and stuff. So the name came from Joey Boner. It was a kid name, whatever. And then it came Joey Bone. Joey Bone sounds much better than Joey Boner. Joey Bone sounds a little more hard, but hard, yeah. I didn't mean that at all. But otherwise, that was where the story came from. And, it just stuck for me for God knows how long. I still get called Joey Bone. But people think it's an Italian name, which it makes me look tough. But, no, I just have, talented over here, But, if ladies are on here and they try to hack into my iCloud, I don't have an iCloud, so you can't. I'm not like the WWE wrestlers, women. I don't have naked pics. That's really all. But I was told, if my friends are watching, my Colorado boys, my elementary school guys, my best men in the wedding as well, in my wedding, Richie and Chris, love you guys, miss you. Kind of. I mean, I'm sure when you guys are here, I'm not going to fucking miss you. But because Chris, not really Richie. Richie was normal, but Chris tortured my existence when I was little. He liked to jump in my window before my wife, and I had a girl over, and he jumped into my window and hid in my laundry room. He used to steal food out of my refrigerator, and that's really it. But, every time he comes back, I love him and I miss him. That's really it. That's all you guys are getting now. All right, you got your 5 minutes. Leave me alone now.
How long ago did your buddies move to Colorado?
One moved, I would say almost a year now. Richie moved and then Chris moved. And Richie, I would say a year now. Yeah, a year. Year almost. And Chris almost a year too. So, I mean, two of my best friends, we had like 4 guys, and 2 of them moved already, that we hung out with. So.
Are they enjoying the recreational laws over there?
I'm guessing. I don't know. I don't really, I guess they might, I don't really talk to them about it, but I'm sure they do, knowing them. So they, definitely one of them. So who knows? But you know what? Hey, if you are, you are. I know I quit that, but
So President Trump was at Suffolk Community College in Brentwood this past Friday to give a speech on law enforcement and on cracking down the problem of the MS-13 gang scene. And he's been catching some flack, as I expected, for the line he gave where he said where he encouraged police to not be so nice with potential suspects or actual suspects. Like when you go to... when a cop goes to arrest a guy and they put their hand on the back of their head to help them lean over to get in the car, Trump's like, you can take your hand away, that's fine. I personally don't see a problem with getting a little more intense, with the cops getting a little more intense with suspects and people of that nature, because, if anything, it's either going to do one or two things. It's either going to, one, kind of possibly get the crime rate to go down a little bit, because they know, hey, the police are starting to step their game up. Or it may, God forbid, start a war against the local police. What do you think?
Well, I made a joke online, kidding around, because before he did that, like 2 days before he made the law with the transgenders, you know what I mean? I said, you don't have to worry about MS-13 in Long Island. You're going to have to worry about the LGBT jumping your ass, kidding around.
Right.
But otherwise, we do need a crackdown in gangs. People that I talked to said it was one of the best speeches that Trump has given.
It is.
As people said. So I mean, I think we do need a crackdown. I think the police are doing amazing, and they're really cracking down on them. And we have a little gang too in Rockville Center because we have a project area over there, and they arrested like 30 people from there, and that was scary to even learn that we had that in Rockville Center. So I think, gangs in Long Island are not good. So
Gangs in general are not
gangs
good.
in general, yes, yeah, gangs in general, yes.
Yeah. And you bring up the LGBT thing. I of course didn't see the issue with that either. Not that I'm against anybody of the LGBT community.
No, definitely not.
I have friends who are trans,
Me too.
and I don't see an issue. I don't understand that whole movement, but that doesn't mean I don't. That doesn't mean I'm not. That doesn't mean I'm against you guys. I have nothing against that culture of people. But if you look at the statement that Trump put out on Twitter, it's a case, and I mentioned this before in private, and I mentioned this on a podcast I did earlier today that's going to be released sometime tomorrow, the No Good Struggle podcast with DJ Struggle from Battlezone Radio. Hey, how you doing, man? It's almost seemed... How you doing?
Sorry.
It almost seems as if... It almost seems as if people who are against Trump are basically just looking for reasons to get mad at him. When the wall situation happened, when he came out public and first said, I'm going to build a wall if I win to keep illegal immigrants out. All the people who were against him heard was wall, immigrants, keep them out. Oh my God, Trump's a racist. That's where that protest started. Then when the Muslim ban happened, and Muslim wanted to ban all male Muslims from the top 6 Muslim states responsible for groups like Al-Qaeda, ISIS, and, all the terrorist organizations. All people heard was Muslims aren't allowed in the United States. Trump. Oh my God, Trump's prejudiced against Muslims. Here comes that protest. Now this LGBT thing starts. If you look at the exact tweet that Trump sent out, it said towards the very end, that the United States government cannot entail the extremely high medical costs that I almost didn't say it right, LGBT soldiers would entail and the risk it would put to other soldiers. But all people heard was LGBTs aren't allowed in the military. Trump, oh my God, Trump's prejudice against LGBTs. Here comes that rainbow-filled protest.
If Trump ate a slice of pizza wrong and it was on TV, people would protest.
Yeah.
The people.
Literally, CNN covered how Trump had 2 scoops of ice cream when everyone else had 1.
It's pathetic. It's basically the people from. Remember the Wall Street protest? It's basically those kind of people who don't have jobs and just come to protest. I feel
right.
It's all. And you know what? I understand you're speaking your mind, but every freaking move this guy makes, everybody has to jump in. Let the guy be freaking president. He's doing, he's doing a decent job. Is he going to stay 4 years? Who knows? You know what? I don't know. I'm not really a political person, as you could tell.
And when you think back, one of the first things that Obama did when he was in office was he called back all troops from overseas. All American troops that were stationed overseas, whether it be Iraq, Afghanistan, Iran, he called them all back home. So there were no U.S. troops whatsoever patrolling through the dangerous battlefields that needed to be cleaned up by, American troops. Shortly after that, ISIS was formed. So you see where it happens there? It's almost as if he's stripping away the solution and creating more of the problem, while Trump just flat out doesn't give a fuck and wants to clear out all problems whatsoever. And yet I hear people go, I can give anything to have Obama back. And I silently say to myself, really? You really want that? These are the same people who just were crying their eyes out when Hillary didn't win. And I mentioned before about her open border policy that she was going to activate immediately if she won office, meaning anybody could come in with no background checks, nothing, just walk in like as simple as walking through a front door. So when someone's family gets sliced to death in a shopping mall for no reason, oh, well, remember, Trump said pussy, vote for Hillary, you know?
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
But, just before we move on here, I personally think Trump did a fantastic job with the speech he gave, and I am looking forward to seeing the gang issue get cleaned up as well as many other things during his time in office. So, hats off to you, Sir Trump. Hope you had a nice day, and hope your protection was top notch, because there were some people here who weren't exactly
angry. Oh yeah.
pretty angry. Moving on. UFC 214 last night. John Bone Jones defeats Daniel Cormier. I don't know if that's how you say his last name.
I was watching it,
Cormier?
and then my wife had to. We had to take an Uber home from my mother-in-law's parents-in-laws, and then so I didn't really get to watch the main event, but I watched a little bit online, and he called out Brock Lesnar.
Yes.
Now, okay, ladies and gentlemen, super fight. Conor versus Mayweather again, but this time when MMA
Well,
guys.
that's not again.
Well-
Conor and Mayweather's the first time.
No, what I'm saying is another super fight.
Okay.
Okay, so basically another super fight, different weight classes. What do I think about it? Conor, what is his name? Bone Jones, John.
John Bone Jones.
He's gonna win. He's gonna walk circles all over Brock. And basically, Brock's a heavyweight, so, Brock's used to lasting one round. Brock comes at John. John's going to kick him in the face. Brock's going down. John's going to keep punching. That's it. I mean, is it going to go high pay-per-view rates? Yeah, but that's every super fight's going to get high pay-per-view rates. When they step in the ring, that's another story. I think the fight's going to be trash, like I said, the other one, and I just think it's great on paper. And
Well,
that's really it.
he went a while with Shane Carwin and a couple of other guys. I mean,
Yeah, but I don't see him going the distance with a heavyweight. Heavyweight's different. He was never heavyweight, John, correct?
Bones or
Yeah, Bones. He was never.
maybe light heavyweight. But
Yeah, he was never a heavyweight. Brock's a heavyweight. I don't see Brock winning. I see Brock huffing and puffing and falling down.
I don't even see how the fight could even happen, because don't the fighters have to be around the same weight class for it to happen?
You know
I mean,
what?
you're not going to put Conor.
Who knows?
You're not going to put Conor McGregor and Roy Big Country Nelson in the same ring.
No, no. I mean, in the old UFC back in the 90s, that's what they used to do. They used to put these big guys against these little scrawny guys. Sometimes the big guys won, sometimes the little guy won. For going back to old UFC rules, who knows? I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, I heard St. Pierre Bisbing at the Garden too. St. Pierre is coming back. Joe St. Pierre.
Okay.
So,
And 216 is supposed to be Cody Garbrandt versus TJ Dillashaw. That's a fight I want to check out.
okay.
As far as Bellator is concerned, I don't really know much of what's going on there. All I know is that they signed Roy Nelson, which I'm happy about. It gives me a reason to watch the product now, other than Lashley. And I hope that there's a super fight. Look at this, a call right here. He had to get up from the chair to answer it. It must be important. Hi, John Sawyer Show. Who's this?
Shut your phone off. I didn't mean literally. I meant I can't hear you if you have double echoes.
Buddy, whoever you were that just called, if you have a computer in the background playing the show, kill the volume before you call us, because we'll just hear echoes on the phone system. And
Thank you for watching our show, though.
yeah, thank you.
Pleasure, man.
Joe, you want to check the live feed, see how many people are tuned in
I don't
right
even
now?
know how to press the damn live feed, and you know what?
Just go to the Facebook.
I'm gonna let.
Let's check right there.
We'll just hear shout out to John.
Turn the volume down.
Oh yeah, I gotta turn the thing down.
It sounds weird to them at home.
All right, we got a couple of people, I guess.
All right.
Slash-
Rich Baruso.
That's
Joe,
Colorado.
you rock, man. Shout us out, Joe.
I already did. Fast forward it.
Thomas Lee writes, when there was stop and frisk going on, law enforcement were respected. Guns were taken from those who had them. The liberals are against themselves. So let's take a closer look at this. MS-13. I am glad the president is addressing this gang issue. The gangs are in the schools. If they want someone in the gang or hurt them and family, no wonder there's a problem in the schools with gangs. Tom, I agree with you. This is back on the previous issue. Well, let's see how many people are actually watching right now. 5. Oh wow.
Well, we had a few. We had a few. I mean, like, it goes up.
What? I'll never say the number. Oh, did I just break the fourth wall?
Well, you know what? Whoever's watching, thank you. Whoever's watching later tonight and wants to sit and eat and watch us, thank you. We'll be shared a lot. Again, last week was our highest rated episode, and I want to thank everybody that supported us and watched us. That's what I'm talking about. That's what we need. And obviously, you see, Michael, there's no rumors. Michael's out again. He had to go to a concert, but he'll be back. It's the JoJo show again. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Love Michael, but
The JoJo show.
JoJo and John show.
All right, so we got that. We covered UFC.
Ooh, do you want to talk about my indie show?
Yes, you did Tier 1 recently. How was that?
Tier 1 was awesome. Great product, great matches. Don't eat the hot dogs at independent shows. I'll give you a warning. I guess some of the hot dogs. Some people make good food at independent shows. I give it props. I'm like the Spanish place I went to, the club. They make good tacos and stuff. I mean, but I guess they're hot. Some type of food. Like, I just had a hot dog, and let me tell you something. I felt like Aquamom having a baby. And I had a friend watch my booth, and then I went and sat on the thing, and there was no toilet paper. So thank God a friend was in the bathroom. I screamed at him, yo, I need toilet paper. And then my table was about to get cracked by a wrestler, supposedly. My friend goes, come back. I'm like, bro, I can't get off. So my suggestion, I want to go describing the story, but...
Continue.
I would want to describe the story, but don't eat hot dogs. Try to look at the food at a wrestling show you eat. I quit soda. Usually I have sodas at wrestling shows, which are bad. But that's really it. But otherwise, it was a great show, and I'm back at Battle Club on the 11th.
Battle Club Pro
with Pete Dunne and then the rest of the England squad. And that's all I know. In Phoenix, Mexico Star, M-Dog 20, and it's going to be a sellout show if you're in Brooklyn, too.
What are some of the local towns that are going to be on there? Any NYWC guys? UCPW guys?
Not to my knowledge. Maybe Feinstein, Jacob Friedman, he calls himself. He's from Creative Pro.
Maybe Bobby Lucero be making his in-ring debut. How about that, Bobby?
But that's really it. I mean, like, I don't know. I know my friend Mike Orlando is going to be on there. A couple Flip Gordon. Some real good talent. And I know this show is going to do really well. They were doing really good in the Bronx. I was going to do the Bronx, but then I thought it was in the ghetto and I was going to get stabbed. So I decided not to do that. But Brooklyn's like my second home. And, feel like I'm hood because I'm in the good areas of Brooklyn. So It's all good.
Right. So Battleground this past Sunday. Yeah.
Everybody says it sucked. I guess if you're sitting first row in a $600 seat, yeah, it's going to suck because the cage you couldn't see. But from my vantage point, from where I was sitting on the couch, it's a great cage match. Yeah, you're not going to hear the bumps. You're not going to hear like a cage. You're going to hear, I watched Orton pick up Ginger, whatever his name is. I'll screw up his name every day. But he had a suplex on him and put him up. I mean, they were hitting you look at the welts on Orton's back. I love that match. And then Khali coming out. I mean, it was great. I heard the Usos, the only match I missed, and I heard it was the best match, was the Usos versus the New Day. And otherwise, it was a good match. I heard one of the best matches on the card. I didn't really, everybody was like, it sucked, or this, that, but you know what? I saw it on paper. It didn't look that good. But you know what? It's a pay-per-view. Who don't want to watch it?
Right.
So, I mean, that's really it. They're doing a budget cut now, big budget cut. They took a lot of shows off the network. They also cut Pyro and stuff. my suggestion is cut some of your superstars that you have. You have way too much superstars. You're hiring everybody, and like, you know what? Maybe it's not good to hire everybody because now it's backfiring on you. That's my
Well,
suggestion.
maybe even things out a bit based on skill level.
Yeah,
You
I mean,
know.
you can. I mean, I think every wrestler, independents and everything, everybody should get a shot. They all work their asses off. You know,
Well, WWE, they want it to be pitch perfect and rightfully
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
So, not every indie wrestler.
not
belongs up
every
there,
indie wrestler, but if I said like, I think every indie wrestler is working for something. You're not just, so that's what I'm saying. But I'm the only thing I'm happy is no pyro. I have sensitive ears, so I am happy. I mean, indoor fireworks are not my thing. So like my friends make fun of me, I have to walk upstairs because I know everybody's entrance, and I have earplugs too. So I am ecstatic that that's happening. That's great. Great job, WWE. Must know me. That's good.
Yeah. The Kane Pyro was the worst.
Oh my God, Kane Pyro, yeah, man. I mean, I was almost pissed on myself one time in the bathroom because of that. But I know I'm talking about a lot of bathroom stuff and stuff like that. Don't mind me today. I ate Chinese food with my wife, so I'm a little hyper. Chinese food gets you hyper, bro, because of the spare ribs. Do you think sugar in them or something?
Is that what you got? Spare ribs?
I got boneless ribs, and they were pretty good. But for some reason, my little hyper, a little crazy today. I mean,
Any side of lo mein or anything like that?
No, she had lo mein, actually. I had some dumplings, actually.
Okay.
So, I mean, they look good, they taste good, and that's really it.
A lot of MSG in that, though.
MSG, what do you mean?
It's like a food. It's like a sugar substance.
Oh, I thought you were about to say, like, Madison Square Garden.
Oh, no.
I'm like, MSG, yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't look at the ingredients. I don't ask. As long as Chinese people make it good and don't give me doggy, we're good.
Funny story. I was going to take a girl out to PF Chang's for a date, and she goes, I need you to call and check to see if there's MSG in the food. And this is the first time I ever heard that term. So I remember thinking, and the first response literally was, what does Madison Square Garden have to do with Chinese food? She goes, no, you idiot, MSG, this is sugar substance. I'm like, oh, all right.
There's a bar, it seemed like kind of thing. There's a bar called Your Mother's House, and I didn't know that. And it's a friend goes, I'm at your mother's house. I'm like, what do you mean you're at my mother's house? He goes, no, idiot, it's a bar. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, well, sorry. I'm like, but cousin and show is. Oh, well, I'm reading something.
Yeah.
Well, you know what?
We got a live update.
Critiquers.
What
I guess.
are you going to read the number of the people watching now too?
No, I'm
Are you
not
gonna break
actually.
the fourth wall?
I had a text, but I don't know what he's my cousin. See, my cousin's a critiquer, so he liked to annoy me. So I don't know
what's he saying if he's watching right now?
you know what? We're gonna put you on blast, buddy.
Let me see.
Talk about. You just press it.
Show isn't bad, but if you guys are going to talk about stuff other than wrestling, you should practice and talk about it before. You clearly know you're wrestling, but the politics and other stuff doesn't come off well.
That's
just
why
my opinion, but again, I like the show. Should also have people call in, maybe so. Buddy, the best kind of shows aren't exactly planned out, and what we're talking about when it comes to other topics such as politics and other sports and what's going on in the world is strictly our opinion coming from us. We don't have to be, Sean Hannity or whoever's on MSNBC.
Yeah, he means
covering
me.
that 24/7.
Listen, I just said I'm not a good political guy, but I'm trying my best. That's the whole point. Every week I get better and better and better and better. And obviously the ratings are here. And yeah, I'm going to stutter my words. I'm going to talk a little crazy, but it's working, obviously. And, he knows that, but he likes to critique. It's all good. But now you're famous, buddy. So congrats. Thank you for chiming in.
And if you're just tuning in, this is the John Sawyer Show right here on Strong Island TV and on the TuneIn app. Phone lines are still open, and Skype lines are still open. If you wish to call us, you can do so by dialing 516-945-9099. Again, dial 516-945-9099. You can also Skype us at strongisland.com on the Skype app, or simply Skype the call-in number, which is, once again, 516-945-9099. How has your week been going, your past week?
Good. I mean, I've been off from work. I get off from work because I'm a driver. But otherwise, it's been good. It's been, trying to get a dog and, just been working on that and, a little bit of a headache. But I can't complain about life right now. We're doing well.
What kind of dog?
I don't even know. Sounds expensive. That's all I know. And I don't even know it. The wife knows, and she knows everything, and I
She's
know.
keeping the information from you?
No, I just don't know crap about dogs. Like I like people say I can talk about political stuff. I know nothing about dogs, and somewhat. I mean, people say I'm scared. Somewhat.
Are you scared of dogs?
I mean, I used to be like when I was little. When I was like, I would say like 15. Like I was terrified of dogs. I could go by. It still takes time to get used to, but like I don't like things jumping me. For some reason, dogs have a fixation with my calves. I know they're big and I know they're nice, my calves, but I don't lick my calves. I think that's weirding me out. But that's really it. And I mean, dogs and me, we get along sometimes. Just don't like nibbling, biting, jumping, that kind of stuff, and they do that, and I can't, stop them.
That's just them, I guess.
I don't. But yeah.
Oh.
It takes time to get used to. Give me like 30 minutes and we'll be friends.
My friend Brittany has a dog, beautiful black lab named Lily, but she's so hyper. Like when she sees new people, she gets excited and friendly. Like, oh my God, someone's home, someone's home, someone's home, someone's home. I remember she came to pick me up one time because I needed a ride, and she gets there and I see her fidgeting with something in the passenger seat. So I come close and I realize she brought her dog with her. And Brittany's about, like a little skinny little girl, and she's trying to, keep this big black lab, restrained and in place, but the dog's just jumping from seat to seat and window to window, like, oh my God, someone's coming, someone's coming, someone's coming.
My wife's other home dog, her family dog, is very scared of fireworks. He's scared of outdoor fireworks, though, not like me, and he gets crazy that we had to get him doggy Xanax. And then we had to take a car ride with him because he was that scared. So we had to put the radio loud and drive around for 30 minutes to calm him down. But he gets crazy too. And actually, I was picking up my sister to play soccer, my sister-in-law, and he didn't want us to leave last week. And came at me and started running at me. And I got scared. And everybody else thinks it's funny, but you see something running at you, man, you put your hands up. I don't care if it's what it is. So I was nervous, but he's a little wild, but he's a good dog.
All right. Any crazy pet stories?
No, I mean...
Not just with dogs, but with any animal.
No, when I was little, I used to have rabbits, and one of my real Italian neighbors watched it. And I guess Italians...
Now, what made him real Italian? Like, was he one of those...
Because I'm about to get to the story.
Oh, okay.
But...
he didn't make rabbit soup, did he?
Oh. You're about to find out.
Oh shit!
So the not him, but the daughter was watching my rabbit, and I had a lot of rabbits when I was little. Strange ones too. One had a huge tooth and used to run into my father's leg, and break his tooth on his leg. But I guess we were out one day, and my mom never told me until I was older that she broke my rabbit's neck and supposedly cooked my rabbit, and I really wasn't happy about that. And one rabbit was outside because my mom couldn't stand that it was pooping everywhere, and another neighbor sent my rabbit to the animal shelter, and I never got my rabbit back.
Oh my God.
So I mean, I had turtles, I had rabbits. I never really had a dog. I had I had my weird pet. So one time we did a prank. We were going to do a prank and to these people. We were going to buy a mouse and put it in a pizza place because we were bad kids.
Right.
And now, let's say we didn't put it in the pizza place, and I kept a mouse. I let it run around my house, though, which I'm sure nobody else has done. So I let him run around the house, and by accident, my mom killed it and when she closed the door on his neck. So, but I had a mouse. I let my mouse run around. His name was Vito, and we loved my mouse. But he chewed holes in the wall and stuff. I'm sure nobody lets a mouse run around the house, but we did. So that's really it. All I had.
Now, was it easy to know where the mouse was at all times?
No, you never knew where it was. Like one time when, before he was getting big, I felt something on my back when I was sleeping. I jumped out, I hit it off my back. It was on my back. Oh wow! And jumped on my bed. So it was creepy. Yeah.
Speaking of creepy, have you ever seen a million little hairless rats, in a box or something, just mingling amongst each other? It's kind of strange. I remember being at the Reptile Expo at Suffolk Community College in Brentwood, same spot where Trump was last Friday. And they didn't just have, reptiles on display, but they had, the food that they eat and, stuff you can get for, your pet snake. And they didn't just have dead mice and dead rats, but they had alive mice and rats as well. And there were these boxes of these little tiny hairless rats. They're probably, this big from here to here, and They look like a bunch of maggots, just like moving around real quickly. And I remember
It's funny you mentioned.
I was looking at it like this is the weirdest thing I've seen. But go on.
It's funny you mentioned Expo like that. A friend of mine texted me a picture of a wrestling poster. Killer Kowalski versus Bruno Sammartino. It was an event poster.
Was
And
it
she
for the garden?
Yeah, but it was at a expo, like you just said. She was at a expo, and I go, well, be a snake and go steal that from me, like 'cause she was at an animal expo, but it was just at a random place, and that's cool though. Like I never went to an expo like that, so I mean, like I'm not a guy who likes snakes and stuff. I had a lizard. I did have a lizard when I was little, but a little one. Little lizards. I never had a big iguana or anything like that.
At Jungle Bob's Reptile Shop over in Selden by ShopRite. There's a little plug for those guys. They have a live alligator. Little, I guess a juvenile alligator, probably 10 years old. I wouldn't say 10, more like 5. It's not fully grown yet, and they keep it on display for like public presentations at schools and like reptile expos and stuff like that. Once it finally gets to its full size, they're going to ship it off to a zoo. But I remember, growing up, I loved watching, seeing animals like that on the Crocodile Hunter show and other Animal Planet programs and Discovery Channel. So I remember, feeling the kid in me just go, oh my God, and taking pictures of it with my phone. And I remember asking the guy at the shop, I said, can you move the top of the glass structure away so I can get a good shot? And he goes, yeah, buddy, no problem. So the second he moves the top of the glass away, the gator starts going nuts, like swimming around real fast. I'm like, oh, he's excited that he wants to get his picture taken.
No, I couldn't, if I lived in Florida, I couldn't work at like the crocodile, farms and stuff like that, or
Right.
where they have like Gator Park and stuff. No, I watch too many animal attacks, and I've seen like people's head get chopped and shit. No, thank you. I'm good just hanging out being a spectator.
Isn't it amazing how they're so huge when they're full grown, but they can move so quickly?
Hello.
Hi, John Sawyer Show. Who's this?
Hi, how are you?
Good. What's your name, buddy?
My name is Robert,
Hey, Robert. Where are you calling from?
calling from United States of America.
Where in the U.S.?
Sorry, Suffolk County.
Suffolk County. All right. What do you got to call us for, Rob?
What happened to that big guy? What's his name?
Michael Monty?
Michael Monty, yeah.
Yeah, he's
What
away.
happened- what happened to him?
He's away on personal time right now with his wife, but he should be back sometime next week.
Wow. All right. Well, the show kind of sucks without him.
Oh yeah?
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
I miss him. I miss him.
Are you
Well,
are you
what do
a,
you-
are you a friend of his?
No, I don't know the guy.
Oh, you don't know the guy. Okay.
No.
All right.
well, what sucks about him?
What sucks about him?
Yeah, well, I said what sucks about the show.
Oh, I mean, Michael's over there telling Roger Waters to get out of the country, and I know it's entertaining.
Right.
But what sucks about us?
Nothing. You guys are great.
Well,
I just like you get Michael in there. He's missing a tooth and everything, and whenever he laughs, it just makes me laugh.
Yeah, he wears his sunglasses, hat, and iced tea. He's got a little persona to him. Yes, he's a good guy,
Yeah.
but do I think the show sucks without him? With him? No,
No,
I think me and John are killing it here. And if you look at the ratings last weekend, I think the show did pretty well without John. I mean, Michael. I like Michael.
Without
but,
Mike.
I'm
So
just
don't
giving
invite
you
him
an
back
option.
then.
no, he's coming back.
He's coming back. He's
Yeah.
not fired. There's no scoops.
Okay, well that's good. That's good.
All right. What's your name again, bud?
Robert.
Robert. How long you been watching?
Like 4 episodes.
Okay. You liking it so far?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
All right. What about the archives? You been checking out the archives?
No.
No. Okay. Oh, rightfully so. Is there anything you would like to see on our show in the future? And I mean anything, like certain topics discussed, certain guests you want in studio, certain skits, whatever it is.
That's a tough one. I think you guys should just do whatever you feel more comfortable with, you know.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Well, Robert from Long Island, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Robert from Long Island, ladies and gentlemen.
See, I guess we could get a little argument if you think the show sucks, but then you take your words back. I mean, like, what do you, what sucks about it? What sucks about me and him? What story, tell us. If you want to have an opinion, you got to say something. So, thanks for saying the show sucks, but thanks for watching at the same time. Obviously, we're doing something right. So,
well, I think this is a good time to pull up the live feed again in case there's a written thing without saying the name of the people, the number of people watching. Sorry about that, Bobby.
Okay.
Let me see. All right.
My people.
All right.
Mom.
His name was Burger King. Missed that rabbit.
No, his name is Vito. Oh, my burger. Yes, my rabbit was named Burger.
Okay.
Yes, we miss our rabbits. I wanted to get a rabbit for the apartment, but wifey said no. No rabbits, no nothing like that. I did want a little rabbit. I like rabbits, but you know what? You know what? Mouse, rabbits, lizards, every animal. And then I didn't know you can't put turtles in the pool water. So I guess whatever the pool water was, turtle went down and passed away too. So I don't need PETA on me. I love animals, but I'm not good at having them. So I will. This dog is a service dog, but the wife's gonna take care of it, not me. I love it, but don't bite me. Don't lick my calves. Don't jump on me. Don't jump on me when I'm sleeping. And that's it. I mean, we got rules with this dog. We'll have a nice talk. Me and then we're gonna have a girl, and we're gonna name it Brooklyn. So that will be the girl's name. So I said that to my wife. I said that I'm not going to teach her how to bark. I'm gonna teach her how to do blah blah blah, like Brooklyn. So you gotta do it like Brooklyn, blah blah. So you gotta be at home. You gotta be a little gang dog. We don't want gangs, but we want my dog to be tough. And that's how we want.
That is so weird.
Welcome to my world.
Are you gonna put a bandana on him?
Yeah, I mean, probably put it on his neck. Yeah, definitely put like a little like a white, blue, red. I don't want my dog to get jumped with colors, but But I think the dog will, put some dog. Gonna go, if he needs to stomp another dog and the dog gets out of line, then we're gonna teach her that. It's got a good gangster. My dog will be a homie G. That's how we want. That's how I want my dog.
What's wrong with you? What time is it?
It is 7:37. Time flies by when you're having fun. I mean, people that want to argue with us, cousins want to say we're doing bad. Right. Me and John love it, baby. We're here. We're here. Michael, love you, man. We'll see you. This is the ghost of Michael. Mike, we'll see you soon, bud, all right? Probably the boss is going to come back, as he says, but Bruce Springsteen's not here, buddy. So, to me, John's the boss, and I'm just a great co-host that you can see my lovely face on camera. That's all. I like it. See, I told you my mic trick. Tilt the mic over this way. Face. FaceTime.
You were saying before we went live how you think you look jacked on camera?
I do. I look like I take steroids on camera. Meanwhile, I look nothing like that. But this camera is so great. I mean, I look jacked. I could put my muscle up now and look at that. It looks like 26 pythons like Hogan.
Now, would you feel confident enough to challenge one Gary Reno to a pose down?
No, Gary's 50, I'm going to say. 50 maybe, and he looks all right. He looks in phenomenal shape, Gary. Gary posts 6-pack pictures all the time, and God bless him. I wish I looked like that right now, but I don't look like that right now.
Because I mentioned that because we got another guest. A phone call.
Hello?
Hi, John Sawyer Show. Who's this?
Mike.
Hey, Mike. How you doing? Where you calling from?
Long Island.
No.
Is this Mike Monty?
Lower the computer, buddy.
Mike, can you hear us?
No.
You just
This
answered.
is not Mike Monty.
Okay, it's not Mike Monty. All right.
Well, what's up, brother?
Mike, where you call? Mike, you're going to have to turn that down.
No. You just said it's not Mike Monty. Okay, it's not Mike Monty. All right. Well, what's up, brother? Mike, where you at?
This is weird. Hang up on.
I mean,
Hang
Hey,
up. Hang up on him. Buddy, if you want to talk to us, you can't have all that echoey crap in the background. We need to be able to hear you just as much as you can hear us for this phone call to happen. We don't want to hear aliens, on the other end or intergalactic.
Listen, are we excited that you're watching our show and you just want to hear yourself on television? Not Facebook Live. Yeah, thank you, but still, if we can't hear you, you can't be on. So, gotta lower it, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
That's all good.
If anything, Mike, wherever you're calling from, you should step out of the room, then give us a call. See
and
what's going
then you
on.
can listen to yourself after you fast forward or rewind it a little bit, and then you can listen to yourself.
Right.
Works. Little trick.
Okay, so
It is.
what's coming up?
7:40, buddy.
Okay, we got about a good 15 minutes before we gotta start wrapping it up. What's coming up next in the WWE pay-per-view?
SummerSlam, NXT, Brooklyn. My favorite, Brooklyn.
So Takeover first,
Takeover first, and
then SummerSlam.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. In my dog's name, it's gonna be in. It's gonna be in Brooklyn, and Brooklyn, and I think it's gonna be the last SummerSlam in Brooklyn. So.
The very last one.
Yeah. I think they did 3 times at Staples Center. They did, and then this is gonna be the 3rd time in the Barclay, and then they're changing it up.
So is
what
this
I'm
like a
hearing.
tradition? They're doing 3 times in one location?
I guess. Now it's starting. I guess. I really don't know. I really don't know. But it's gonna be my first SummerSlam at the Barclays Center.
Okay.
So I went to the first NXT Brooklyn with Bailey and Sasha Banks, which was incredible. Probably one of the best women's matches you'll ever see in
my
your
old
life.
my old trainer Bull James was on that card. Yeah.
But,
What do you mean, boo? You don't like him?
he don't like me.
Oh, he don't like you.
Oh yeah, a little beef, but I'm sure if we saw each other one day, we'll shake hands. But otherwise, we don't like each other. Arr. Yeah, but it's all good. It's I don't bring problems up on air. It's not
All
nice.
right,
And he can crap on me. I could crap on him. I can hit a promo on him. He can hit a promo on me. But that's really it. Like otherwise, we don't like each other. Simple. But,
Fair enough. Fair enough.
He's a good guy. I would shake his hand if I saw him.
All right. So SummerSlam and Takeover is coming up. I haven't been watching NXT a lot lately, so I don't really
watched
know.
Ono first. Tommy today actually. It was a good match. I think that's going to be one match. I see Drew McIntyre winning the belt against Bobby Roode. And, Oscar losing the belt, too, which is she just passed the New Day's record as one of the top champions, like number 8, I think, and at WWE longest.
Right.
So she's doing phenomenal, but I see her losing the belt at Barkley. Sometimes I'm right, sometimes I'm wrong. A lot of the times on the pay-per-view, I was wrong. Ty Dillinger lost.
Yep.
When I said that, first somebody wrote that. I did get that wrong. Otherwise, I did get the 4-way right, which I think Michael says no, but I think is going to be friggin' phenomenal.
And like I mentioned last week, Ty's been with the company a long time. Remember that infamous DX skit from 2006?
He's been with the company in developmental alone for 10 years.
Remember the Stan skit where Sean super kicked Stan?
And that was him.
Yeah, that was him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. But he's been with the company for almost 10 years and never got a really shot. And it pisses me off they're not giving him the push he should have right now. Like an Intercontinental belt for that guy would be perfect. So hopefully down the line they'll give him something. I see a bright future for that young man.
Yeah. Well, I feel they should go with whoever the hot ticket is, and if Ty still is over as last time I remember, then they should obviously do something with him, or it could be just Vince going, not right now, let's go back to the drawing board and see if we can come up with something better, because they've done it before and it successfully worked with guys like Austin and with Cena with the whole hip hop thing, So time will tell, I guess. The main event for SummerSlam has already been announced publicly on Raw. Braun Strowman versus Samoa Joe versus Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. Of course, before on the night of SummerSlam, we will go over our predictions. But I think it's going to be I'm going to mention my predictions early for this, and I'll mention them again on the night of. I think it's going to be either Lesnar keeps the belt or Strowman's going to just kill everybody and get that.
I hope Strowman gets the title. I think he's well deserved. First of all, him and Roman Reigns feud of the summer right now. And I love it. I think both of them are giving in there all 100%. I think the matches are great. I see Brett Lesnar losing the title and then hyping the fights for the Garden if he does go to the UFC. So in the super fight like we were talking about. So
well, I think it's cool that UFC and WWE are now cross promoting. Because when when Brock Lesnar fought Mark Hunt, they were covering it on Raw the very next Monday, and I think SmackDown did the same, and I think vice versa over at UFC.
It might be a trade. Now I heard the UFC woman who won the belt, Cyborg. She won the belt yesterday, and she wants to fight Becky Lynch for SummerSlam. So if that happens, then that would be cool. Otherwise, so there might be a little cross-trading promotion, maybe. If they get Brock in UFC again, maybe we'll get Cyborg. Maybe, you never know. So everybody's hyping up. Who knows? Becky Lynch? I say maybe. We'll see.
All right. What else is going on?
Really nothing. I mean, it's just an average week. It's an average week, average day today. I had to go to Queens to pick up the wife today after a shower, my mom and her. So I had to, because my mom went to the concert as what Michael did too. She went to the East concert. Okay. So at where the Mets play, City Field. I always say where the Mets play, but City Field, and it seems like a good concert. A lot of older folks, I guess you could say, go to because you got the Doobie Brothers, you got.
I would have gladly gone to the one happening tonight with the Eagles. I like the Eagles.
Fleetwood Mac. You got Earth, Wind and Fire. I like all of those bands too. Fleetwood Mac, I mean, I love their songs. I mean, again, I'm not singing, but otherwise, no, pretty good. I mean, I saw Chicago and Earth, Wind and Fire at the Garden, and they were awesome. They were amazing. So I like, it's cool they have that, and they're gonna also do it in California too. Right. So that's good.
Yeah, no doubt. What's the best concert you've seen?
Oh God. You know what?
So far.
Ooh, and my wife will love me to say this one. Now, you know what? I don't care. Demi Lovato. I took my wife there. Yes, I know. It's hard to believe. Demi Lovato. And let me tell you something. Me and this Chinese girl crushed one of her songs, Skyscraper. We were just sitting next to each other, and we just start belting it out together. And, the song was beautiful. Probably, thank God, the music was loud and you couldn't hear me or the girl. But, nobody. But otherwise, it was a good-ass concert. And Jamie Foxx came out, and then a rapper came out.
Jamie Foxx was a surprise.
Yeah, and a rapper came out, too. And a guy named Dillinger, he sang the word Panda. And that was a song, and I'm the only person that knew it. So I was only because it was more white folks there, so nobody really knew, the song. So I'm like, Panda, Panda, Panda. And I'm, dancing and stuff. And, yeah, but I thought that concert was excellent. I thought she did a phenomenal job, and I'm not shy to say it. People are going to be like, oh, you like Demi Lovato? Hey, I like all kinds of music. I'm more into rap, but I listen to 80s in the car. I'll sing Wham, Wake Me Up Before You Go in the car. Oh, yeah, snap my fingers and do the dance. I love it. I admit that, too. I don't care. I'm on air, and I love Wham. Wham is good. Wake Me Up Before You Go, especially on the treadmill. Watch out, boy.
You do the Carlton dance on the treadmill?
I tried to. I almost fell a couple of times, but I did give it a little dance. I love it. I don't mind. I don't mind at all. I listen to Aha. I'm sure people know, that song. I listen to New Kids on the Block. Step by Step. That's the song. Song. I listen to a lot of stuff. I listen to Naughty by Nature. I listen to rap, 80s, dance. I mean, depends what's good. If you give me a good beat, I like it. Wrestling and music and other stuff. Wrestling music, mostly, I'm good at. I can tell you anything about it.
Yeah. No, music definitely carries a lot of power to it. Same with wrestling. And I remember talking to somebody off camera about this. It's almost kind of scary how I see the time. It's almost scary how. Well, I wouldn't say scary, but it's kind of strange how similar both businesses are. When it comes to the grind and the work you got to put in to get successful, and the amount of shadiness, the artist has to deal with, behind the scenes.
Yeah, it's like wrestling when I said I was going to train. If you're just wrestling.
How's that going, by the way? Did you go back?
No.
Why not?
Because I just had no time in the week, and I thought I was going to do it. Then I played soccer, and then my legs were beat. But it's it's basically music and wrestling, same thing. If you're gonna sing in the shower and then all of a sudden you sound good, go into a studio. If and then you totally hear yourself and you sound like trash. You wrestle in the backyard and then you do training, it's a whole different ball game, buddy.
It's like this old story Stone Cold told when he was like in his early teen years. He had his headphones on, and his favorite band at the time was Kiss.
Oh.
And he was saying the old song "Shock Me" by Kiss, which is one of Ace Frehley's, songs. And he had the headphones on, and when you sing with headphones on, you think you sound good. And his brother came behind and slapped the headphones right off his head. He goes, "What the hell are you doing?"
I don't know how my wife hears me in the car. I sound horrible in the car.
He goes, "Unplug the headphones, play the song, then sing. You'll hear how much you suck." So Steve unplugged the headphones, played the song again, and started saying it. He was just crushed. He realized right then and there he sucked. Which is why he there were times during his run where you see him do like duets with The Rock and stuff like that, just for comedic purpose.
Yeah, absolutely. Those are funny.
Yeah.
Those are good. Obviously, obviously you do know you can't sing. I think the people at American Idol when they they know they can't sing, but they want to try it out anyway just to get popular.
And then there are people who can't sing until they go and get lessons, and then they learn certain methods to improve their voice and whatnot. But that's not everybody. There's only certain
after I
people
went to
who
Nashville. Sorry, I'm so sorry.
No, go ahead.
They after I went to Nashville, I watched all the people at the bars, and basically their lives and their jobs are just singing at the bars, and they tour around. I said, Pat, I get some hot tea and a lesson. I go, I think I'm moving to Nashville and doing the bars. And I meant that. She thought I was crazy, but I'm like, listen, I drank
what's the money down there like? What do they make?
I don't know. I mean, they can make a lot, I feel. I mean, the tips and stuff, it's like New Orleans. From 11 o'clock to 1 o'clock, there's music at night. And everything is music, every bar. Everybody's singing.
You've been to New Orleans?
I've been to Nashville, though. Nashville was amazing, and I talked about it the first episode. I went for my honeymoon, and it was awesome. We're going to go back, I think, for our anniversary, and it was awesome, and we had a really good time, really country. I got to get a country hat, though, and you know what? I found out that they sell them at 7-Eleven, so I'm going to definitely get myself a cowboy hat.
Those are little knockoffs, though. You're talking about the ones that look like the Budweiser boxes?
I ain't paying $300 for a cowboy hat. 7-Eleven's my gig. So when I went to the real Oktoberfest in Germany, I went to the real one, I got a lederhosen outfit at a Halloween store. You know how much they pay in Germany for theirs? They paid $300 for theirs.
How much you pay?
Oh, like $20.
For
and my mom goes, nobody's gonna wear this. You look stupid. Everybody had one on. Everybody had one. You don't tell people that you got it from a Halloween store, but listen, I mean, next time I wanted to wear a button-down shirt nice with it. That's what people had it. But I mean, I got mine from a Halloween store, and I looked damn good. It was only $20.
Now, how many people speak English over in Germany?
I don't know. I didn't remember. I was intoxicated mostly the whole time. So
from the time you got off the plane to the time you got back on. All right. We got 2 minutes left. So we gotta quickly wrap things up here before the next show comes in and takes over. As always, we want to thank you guys at home for watching. Thank you to the callers for calling in. Joe, any last words?
Yep, I got 3 things now I can plug. Facebook, obviously, I put stuff on there. Joe Rossello. JoJo is Wrestling on Twitter. And I made a podcast network for people, since really sharing podcasts, people don't like it on wrestling groups. So, it's called the Podcast Network. Nobody's posting, though. So, I raised the group, or you guys, everybody post. We're going to be on there. Everybody is. I'm not just plugging my show. I want everybody who has a podcast to, I want to start a revolution. So join my revolution. Join my group. I can't put a picture on my phone for some reason, so it's just people's faces. So, but do join. I'm doing this for everybody. I'm not just doing this for myself. I want to help the community. But, obviously we're going to be the most popular show. Just know that. But, still, join us. Don't mind.
You can follow me on Twitter at JohnSawyer1993. You can follow me on Instagram at the same handle, JohnSawyer1993. Episode 30 is coming up soon, 2 weeks from now. And I think it's about time we have another in-studio guest come episode 30. So stay tuned to find out who that will be. It'll either be a new face or an old face. Maybe we might drag Pancake's fat ass back in here. But Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Follow this guy on his social media feeds. Michael Monty will be back here next week. Until then, have a good week. Thanks for watching.